Hello and welcome to Riding to Health First webinar. It's an introduction to NLP, improving your sporting performance. So what is NLP? We'll start there. So, have you ever postponed what you really want to do? Have you ever thought you're stuck in the familiar comfort zone? Have you ever had a problem and now it's not a problem? Everybody can say that, but how long did it take you to solve that problem? Was it instant? Why would you wait? Why wait until time has passed that the problem naturally solves itself? Why not find out how to sort them all out right now? NLP helps you to do everything now. Why wait? Life is too short to wait. So, have you ever said to anyone, "How are you?" and they say, "I'm not too bad." Not too bad. What does that mean? Bad. Does that mean, well, I'm usually bad, but today I'm not as bad as usual? Sometimes people say, "I'm all right." All right. What does all right mean? Is that just a get out clause? A get out clause word? The life has its natural peaks and troughs anyway. And sometimes there are peaks, and sometimes there are troughs, and sometimes there are more troughs than there are peaks, and you might recalibrate things and then find yourself starting to settle for less. So why would you settle for less? Make a change, do things differently, think different, think better. You need to empower yourself and learn the instruction manual for your mind. Learn how to control your thought processes. How brilliant does that sound? My favorite quote is a Yoda quote. Do or do not. There is no trying. So people sometimes say, "I can't do that. I can't." Can't? Can't is an excuse. I can't means I am choosing not to. Everything in life is a choice. Whether you do or do not, it is a choice. So I can't. That is a choice. As long as you're okay with that, everyone would always want to be on the cause side of this equation. It's a cause-effect equation. Cause means results, effect means reasons. So if you're on the effect side of the equation, then you're looking for excuses. Everything that happens, you're going to blame someone else. If you're on the cause side of the equation, everything that happens, you did this, you're driving that bus. So that is obviously the better way to be, and that's the side that you need to be on. So if you ask someone, why did that happen? I got stuck in a swim melee at the start of my triathlon. Why? Well, because it was their fault. They hit me, they did this, they did that. How often have you heard that? I think I've probably said that myself. But if you were to ask the person, how did you end up in the swim melee? That creates a deeper response that puts the person on the cause side of the equation. How did I end up in the swim melee? Well, perhaps I chose the wrong place to start. Perhaps I swam too close to them. Can you see the difference? I hope the difference is clear. You need to be in charge of your results. In charge. What we must also remember is that your world is your world. You have a filter for everything. Your filter filters the external event into your understanding and not what actually happened. How many times have you seen there's been a car crash and every person that witnessed it tells a different story? That's their filter on life, their filter of what actually happened in that car crash. If you focus on negatives, you'll get negatives. So how often have you said, I knew that was going to be a bad day? Well, yes, it was going to be a bad day because you were focusing on bad. If you stepped out that door this morning and said, I know this is going to be a brilliant day, I believe that it would be. You believe that it would be. Therefore, you would have a brilliant day. Everything that happens, you filter it, you store it in your mind, you have your own internal representation of that, and that's what creates your behavior. You think your thoughts, no one else put them there. If you focus on negative, you will get negative. You focus on what you want to focus on. Control your thoughts. There are 90,000 thoughts a day. How many positive and negative do you think you've got? People can also influence you too. You need to be aware of this. I had a cycle accident in July. Excuse me. And people regularly ask me, did a car hit you? Well, a car? I don't remember. So how would I know if it was a car? But you've planted that car in my brain. So now I'm thinking, perhaps I was hit by a car. Thought leads to action, leads to result. Very closely connected. So if you focus on the right thing, you will achieve. If you've got the tiniest doubt, that's wasted energy. If you're thinking about what that watch says, what that weather's doing, about that strong wind, or how you're feeling tired, how you've had a bad day, all them things that happened before, all those things you might have to do next, all those thoughts are energy sapping thoughts. Each one of those thoughts, you require energy. That's all energy that you are not focusing on your goal. So it's no wonder if you don't achieve the goal, because you were wasting energy. And I don't mean running faster or slower. Mental energy. If you change your mental processing and your mental thoughts, you will get results. Everything that happens is feedback, not failure. There is no failure, only feedback. That person that runs past you faster, look at them. What can you take from them? File it for later. File all the learnings for later so that you can employ it next time and be better, even better. I want you to do an exercise for a moment. We're going to spend 10 seconds on each one. So I would like you to focus on something that you really, really like. You really like it. You love this thing. You love it. You can't wait till the next time you get to do this. You really, really love it. Think of it, imagine it, smell it, see it, feel it, touch it. What is it? And break state. Now, I want you to focus for a second on something else. We're going to focus on something you really, really dislike. You really dislike it. Hate this, you hate it, you hate it, you hate it. You don't like doing this. You really don't want to do this again. Please don't make me do this. You hate it. Can you feel it, see it, touch it, smell it? Can you see it? And break state. Now, did you notice the difference between those two? If not, pause this recording, rewind, and go through the process again. There'll be a very clear sensory difference between those two. If you're able to quickly recognize what that is, when it's happening, and you can react and change your behavior, you will get results. You will be quicker, better, even better than before. Guaranteed. If you're tuned in that quickly. You need to be tuned into your mind because your unconscious mind is amazing. It can do all sorts of amazing things. Now, when's the last time you travelled somewhere and you thought, gosh, how did I get here? I don't remember driving down that road. I don't remember that last 20-minute stretch of the motorway. I don't remember going through that junction. When's the last time you thought, oh, blimey, that's a red light now. What does red light mean? Oh, red light means stop. I must stop here. Okay, stop. Put foot on pedal, stop. It just doesn't happen like that. Everything happens unconsciously. You unconsciously know you have to stop at a red light. You unconsciously know your journey to work. You've done it so many times. You could do it without thinking about it. You don't think about everything. Your unconscious mind works hard for you all the time. Think of all the things that happen inside your body when you're asleep. You don't actually think about all of those, each and every last one of them. You don't think all day long, I must breathe, my heart must beat, I must do this, I must do that. You don't think that because we'd be nuts. We'd be nuts if we had to process all that information. Bearing that in mind, your mind can make things invisible. You can make things invisible. Now, this is fantastic. How many times have you said, I've lost my keys? I can't see them. I can't find them anywhere. I don't know where I put them. I can't find them. I haven't got them. They must be lost. They're lost. I can't find them. They're lost. That's happened all the time. Happens to me all the time. What's happened really? Your unconscious mind can see the keys. They're right there on the table in front of you. But you're telling it they're lost. So that must obviously mean that they are lost, aren't they? So it records you a picture without the keys. You see the table without the keys, because that can't be the keys, because they're lost. You have only got the power to process 134 bits per second. So if you're focusing on the positive, you'll have an amazing day. Whatever you're focusing on, that's how your mind processes the information. So if you knew it was going to be a bad day, then that's what will happen. Guaranteed. We only use the very surface structure of our unconscious mind. There is so many other things that you do that you can't even imagine happen. It works hard for you all the time. People only give surface structure responses to things. That makes me angry. Makes you angry? She made me angry. How did she do that? Did she hold a gun to your head? Did she shake you and say, you will be angry? No, she didn't. You chose to be angry. Imagine if you were able to lose a problem. You could use other strategies to lose that problem, so that problem is not a problem. You do it naturally, but why wait? Why wait? Imagine if you could rid yourself of all those problems right now. How great would that be? Any questions at this stage? Or shall I move on?